Good morning, children. And how is everybody this morning? This fine morning, or evening, or night, depending on where you are. Right, what am I doing today? So, I'm doing some mats trading. Interesting stuff. I'm doing some mats trading, and I'm doing some mat hunting, I suppose. So first thing I'm going to do is a bit of trading. So we're going to go to Kruger 60. I just want to change my outfitting ever so slightly. Actually, the first thing I want to do is check to make sure I've not got any fines on this ship. Go to contacts. I've got some fines, so I need to go to an Empire system to trade them off, but not the end of the world. Okay. So we're off to Kruger 60. First and foremost. And in Kruger 60, we are going to be doing encoded trading. And if I have some time later on the stream, I might do a little bit of mining. Because I haven't done that for a while. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yep. I am gonna, on my way here, I am actually gonna drop into any signal sources that I see. You know, it's I saw one there. I am gonna drop into them if all possible, just to grab a few extra bits and bobs if it's applicable to drop in, which it wasn't there. Is it Kepler Gateway I'm going to? Yeah, must be. Must be. So any unidentified signal sources that I see, I will drop in on, just to grab the last few. Especially encoded stuff's really good actually at the moment, if I can come by it. So we're not going to go full speed ahead to Kepler Gateway. We're going to kind of cruise it until we see, if we see any USS, then we'll slow down and give them a quick scan, see what they are. If you're just dropping by the stream for the first time, come and say hello in the chat. That's what it's there for. If you like the video you're watching, please, please, please don't forget to give it a like. There isn't many USS dropping in. This is really bizarre. It's not out of the question, but it's a bit strange that nothing's dropping in. But it went past me. Okay, so walk into Keppel Gateway. We've got a USS now. Just popped up as soon as I do that. Convoy dispersal pattern, so that's no good to me. Oh. Go back to Keppel Gateway. Well, obviously not much of a busy system, this one. High grade emission, okay, we'll drop it on this one. That's a good payout. Bound to have something good in here. Or we hopefully have something good in here. The only thing is we don't have limpets, so we're going to have to scoop this stuff, which is a bit of a pain in the backside, but good job I saw that one, because it was kind of off to the side and I couldn't quite see if it was a planet or not. Proto-light alloys. Just give me 1 second so I can see my little list. Proto-light alloys. Okay, they're very rare. Proto-radialic. Radioalic. Are very rare also. So we've got rare and very rare. Pretty darn good. Let's cargo scoop. Let's pick this stuff up. So these are actually really good. These are like 5. Grade 5. Okay, and we'll pick up this last one. So they're pretty good ones there. We didn't do too badly at this, honestly. Oops. Good afternoon, good morning, Jay Barnett, depending on where you are. How are you doing? Sorry it took me a second to see you there. Okay, so Kepler. Welcome in on Twitch as well, by the way. Don't often have people dropping on the Twitch. Are you playing Elite at the moment yourself, or just chilling out watching? Don't think he's going to interdict me because I haven't got any inventory, so I don't know what he'd be interested in, if anything. Okay, cargo hauling. Are you doing specific cargo hauling, or are you doing like one of the big cargo missions or something? I like the Polaris sector, sorry. Only because I seem to get hyper-addicted quite a lot in there. I quite like it.
3-1.
Oh, you part of a player group then? $31? Where's 31? Oh, maybe I can't read. I don't want to block the entrance. Where's 31? I can see 13. Is it above me? Uh-huh. Yeah, it is. Wow, I've never been... Oops. No, thrusters, 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 thrusters.
Clear the area, Commander. This is a no-loiter zone.
I'm not loitering. There it is. I am loitering, sorry. Oh well. What's 400 credits between friends? So why is 31 below? That doesn't make any sense. Well, that's cool. Have you applied to have a faction? We were just talking about last night whether maybe we're going to have a squadron for this channel actually. I don't normally stream this time of day, but okay, we'll pay that off so we can get access. Okay, so we have modified embedded firmware. This is the big one. So just let me check my list. Modified embedded firmware. Okay, so this one I almost never use. This is definitely something we can trade down. Problem is, what we're scanning, what we're breaking it down to, security firmware patch. Security firmware patch. Nope, don't use that one either. Cracked industrial firmware. Cracked industrial firmware. So just bear with me a moment, people. Cracked industrial firmware. Thrusters. Dirty thrusters. Okay, I don't really use dirty thrusters either. Let's have a look at divergent scan data. So I should really, hang on a moment, let me just bring up what I'm actually trying to do here. Otherwise it doesn't quite make sense. How do I do that in OBS? There we go. I know you can't actually probably read that, but at least it's Hey, Asymmetric One. Sorry about the late reply. I was concentrating a little bit. And welcome in more Twitch viewers. That's really strange. I never have Twitch viewers. Yeah, you have to kind of apply through the FDev forums. So there's an application form on there, and you put your details in. It's very slow. It's a very slow process. You kind of adopt a faction, if you will. That's the best way of putting it. Right, okay, divergent scan data. I'm sure I'm not using this, probably why. That's interesting, wide angle scans. I never use them. Okay. Atypical. Is that this? Atypical encryption archives. Okay. Is for fast scans. Okay, definitely use that one. Okay, so what we're going to do, encryption archives, we get 2 for 1 on this, and I never use them, so we're going to get 15. So it's a good trade. It's a good trade. Right, let's go down to security firmware patch. So what I'm trying to work out here is what I can trade over for other stuff, really. Yeah, don't use this either. So security firmware patch, I can trade that over. And I'm probably going to do it for that one. So let's get like 3. Okay, cracked industrial firmware. I don't know about groups who contribute money. Sorry, I wouldn't say that's true. What I would say, industrial firmware. What I would say is that it's a slow process because it's FDev and everything they do is slow. Power distributor. Okay, probably not going to use them though. So, you know, FDev are who they are. You can't always expect them to do anything quickly, you know. Modified consumer firmware. Okay. Do they go for the larger groups? I wouldn't say necessarily they do. These ones I'm going to swap 4 of them. So what we did, 23. Oh, 24, that'll do. Say 12, okay. Right, okay, I really need to do some wake scanning to catch up on that as well. So visible groups maybe, but even that they're slow with. Down to Earth Astronomy was complaining about it at one point. I think Commander Plato was complaining about at one point that they'd applied for factions and not been given one. I don't think it's about priority. I honestly think it's about time from FDev's point of view. Let's remember, FDev aren't a AAA company. So there's some pretty high wake FSDs here. So you know you can't expect miracles from them. You've got to just expect everything to be slow and generally not working when it first comes out and stuff like that. But you know they'll get around to it. It's a good question, Asymmetric One, is why a lot of things aren't just put into the game. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think what it is the game package, i.e. the graphics engine and everything that works around it. I think it's hugely limited in what it can do. Caress your orbital. I've believed that for a long time now, because in other games a lot of things could just be implemented very, very quickly And this game, it doesn't. I don't know if it's because of the memory, I don't know if it's because of the server data, I don't know if it's because of how much you can save in your local files. But I'll give you a really, really simple example. You look at your... Just take off here. What? If you look on your right module, and you look at your inventory, and you go to like materials, these are just numbers, essentially. These are just numbers. Why is there a limit? It makes no sense. If it was for story reasons, saying, oh, you can't fit all that stuff in your ship, then maybe you would just have one number for everything, and then you can collect as much as you want for different stuff. I just think the game engine's severely limited, and unfortunately there's nothing they can do about that with this iteration of the game. That's my own personal belief on it. You know, engines are always limited when you build them for something, or at least they are the first time you build them for something. Then the second time you build them, it gets better and better and better. Unreal Engine, whatever it's on now, 4, is better than Unreal Engine 1. It's just how gaming works. It goes forward and forward. You know, I honestly believe that if Elite had half, not even half, if Elite Dangerous had a third of the money that for example Star Citizen has, then you would be playing a completely different game in terms of scope. Yeah, but it all depends. If Eve was purposely created, that engine was purposely created only to play Eve. And you know, the games have different graphical qualities. There's different. I mean, I'm not a programmer, so I don't know exactly, but I would only assume that they don't do something because they can't. Everything in this game always seems to have minimums. You know, when we're on about module storage. And they say no, you'll be able to have a minimum of this. I don't know if it's for game balancing. They don't want people going out and stocking up too much, but because of RNG, you can't stock up too much. It doesn't make any difference. I could get 250 of grade 5, go and trade it, and in half an hour be back getting them again. So to have a limit on it just doesn't seem... It doesn't seem to have a point. Unless the system's got a limit. You know? Ugh, another convoy dispersal pattern. I'm not doing well with these convoy dispersal patterns today. But this is the thing, isn't it? Back in 2013, and this game is that old. They built the engine to build the basic game, and everything else is having to be built on top of it. So, unless they make an Elite 2, then they have to keep using this engine. Unfortunately, if you think like, I don't know what else was released in 2013. Grand Theft Auto 4 was released in 2013, I think. So if you think of Grand Theft Auto 5 compared to 4, 5 is much better looking, much bigger. They couldn't use the same Rage engine in GTA 5 as they used in GTA 4 because it was old. You know, they wanted to do new things, they wanted to change things. That's... and maybe they don't pay a lot for their servers. You know, Eve, for all of its downsides, they make a lot of money. Just because it's free to play doesn't mean it's free to play, and they make heck of a lot of money in that game. But yeah, and the game's, you know, Eve's very different. I mean, it's a bit plainer, shall I say, than this game. I mean, this game has plenty of stuff in it. It is actually new, yeah. It wasn't originally free to play. You're right. You're right. I mean, as I've said in my stream numerous other times, is that also it goes with designers, the lead designer of the game, what they think the game should be, how they think it should be played. All these things kind of come into play. My only complaint about Elite is the grind is pretty strong in this game, and whereas I'm prepared to do it, I just think it's a little bit over the top in some parts. I think it's kind of unnecessarily long in some parts. Oops. But it's not my game, so so I don't really have a choice. And I want to see more things to do planet side as well. I don't think exploration's really as good as it could be. Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is it's not the same game, but I often cite The Division. Of course, The Division's a AAA game. It had a lot more money behind it. It had a lot more manpower than this. And The Division, I've stuck with it. When it went down, I stuck with it. I just love it. I think it's the most beautiful game I've ever played. And I've stuck with it through thick and thin, and I'm hoping that that's what happens with this game. Eventually they really pull their finger out and surprise us, because I just don't think that even when they implement something new, it always seems to have problems and it doesn't go right from the first day. And even now, for example, instancing's still a big problem. Forgotten what you call it now. What do you call it? Multi-crew. Huge problems still. I mean, huge problems in multi-crew. We still have problems with wing missions. That still happens. So I don't know. I was playing back on PlayStation then when they did that, so I didn't notice it as much because the PlayStation's pretty laggy anyway. But I do remember times of being in the dark zone doing PvP and just getting melted without even pulling the trigger. I remember that. Okay, let's see what we're working with. So we got a ton of proto heat alloys. We've got loads of stuff actually here. Proto radiolic alloys. Proto radiolic alloys. So let's give it a second. Proto radiolic alloys. What these are used in. Scanners. Prospect Olympic. Okay, so collect Olympic controllers. Okay, so I need these. I don't want to be trading any of these. Right, exquisite focus crystals. Let's check that one out. Shield booster and power distributor don't need any of these. Okay, so I might want to think about what I'm going to trade them over for. So, ugh, I haven't got any paper. Okay, core dynamic composites. It's for all for shielded stuff, so I don't use them either. Okay, so I think here... Thanks for the follow, by the way, Asymmetric. I'm sorry, this screen doesn't look very good at the moment. It's a bit full up, but don't worry. It's not how it normally is. So we're gonna swap them over. We've got... What else have we got? No shielding. Biotech conductors. Let's see what they do with them ones. Biotech conductors. For laser scan. No, don't need them. Right, just gonna quickly check out what these ones. If I need these ones for anything. Improvised components. GH improvised components. Shield generator, no I don't need that, okay. So military definitely won't need, imperial shielding won't need. Okay, so I pretty much know what I want that for. So I want to trade everything for proto-radiolic alloys, but this is 6-to-1, so I don't... Sorry, yeah, it's 6-to-1 this one. What's... 6-to-1 on that one, so I'm probably best off trading down, aren't I? So that one, that one. Let's trade them all out for proto. Always, and then we'll work the rest of it over later. Actually, I didn't check proto heat radiators. I don't think I did. Proto heat radiators. Used in efficient. I don't use them either. Bloody hell. Okay, that's a good one. Oh, let's cancel that. Okay, and then I can always, if I want them, I can always trade a couple of these up. So I'll trade like... I won't trade them actually for the time being. Actually, if anything I should trade them down. Whoops, wrong one. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Richard. I should think about those other ones. Okay. Oh, really? Why are you doing data runs? Why? Why actually are you doing data runs? Are you repping up? Okay, we've got just one more to visit, and then we can get back to other stuff, which is nice. Who are you repping up with? I'm guessing it's Peridoc. Peridoc, yeah. How fast are you repping up? Are you doing all right? I've got a Federation run, which is pretty fast rep, and then I've got an Empire one, which is super fast rep. Whoops, super fast rep. Oh, well, that's good. I mean, I don't know if you watch on YouTube as well. You can also follow me on YouTube as Ineffectual Gamer. I actually have all of my videos backlogged on there. So, yes. You wouldn't see us trying to get up to the a decent ship with for the passenger missions. Right, let's jump onto this next one. Who is a the hell is it? Components? No. Raw materials trader. So we've done encoded and manufacturers, and now we're going for the raw one. Oh jeez, that's the only thing with these bloody material traders. They're always a bit of a trouble when you get there. It's annoying. They've not been nerfed. They've been lowered. They're still probably one of the better money makers. I have a spot which I go to where I stack high grade passenger missions. I can get, like, I think the other night I was hitting 35 million per run. Oh, combat aftermath. That's not a bad one. I mean, pretty much everything's been nerfed after all the videos, so you don't really have those huge money-making opportunities anymore. My passenger missions, yes, I do. The only thing is you have to realise I have an Anaconda with, I think it's business class is the minimum you need. But you can do it in a dolphin. You won't make 35 million. You'll make it however many you can stack. But it's like, I don't know. I'll have a look. Find my videos. But it's still a pretty good one, and it's just good for it's kind of good for making a bit of money here and there when you do it. Can't remember where my videos are now. It's been a while since I posted it. That must have been the next one then. Right. There we go. Yep, okay, this is the URL for it. Again, I've got a fully kitted Anaconda, which is why I make 30 million, but you can probably do alright in a Beluga. Hey Stuart, how are you doing? Whoops. Okay, chemical manipulators we want. Maybe chemical distillery. Okay, so we definitely want the chemical manipulator. So we'll take that straight off the bat. Now, because I haven't got limpets, I'm not going to be going crazy here. Well, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't... people aren't necessarily newbie about it. It's just there's too much information. If you saw what I have to go through just to do this material trading, simply because I haven't got a photographic memory. Okay, we can take that one. There's just too much information, and the worst thing is that FDev don't make it readily available. Oops. That's the worst thing. If you're going to have so much information in your game, you've got to make it available for people to go out and... Oh, wrong way. the other parts of the game are the parts that kind of people don't really look at, which is the discovery element. And I'm not just talking about going out into the black and scanning planets. If you look through my videos on YouTube, even on here, but on Twitch I haven't got them labelled properly, unfortunately, because you have to change it every single time, and I don't remember to. But in all of my videos together, I've got some pretty interesting places to go out and visit. There's like the INRA bases. You can find out a lot of the backstory about the original war with the Thargoids. Plus, you can make money at the same time because you're scanning the bases, and you make money from scanning the bases. So it's kind of there's also the Formidine, out in the Formidine Rift. I was out there the other week. And in my show notes on YouTube as well, I have a link to our Discord, which actually has an interesting website section, so that helps you with, like, if you're looking for money, you can always do the road to riches and just make some flat out like 400 million. It'll take you a while, but you'll get there. There's other websites linked in there as well that give you information that are going to help you get through the game faster. Then you've got things like we've got ship builds in there, screenshot competition, all sorts going on. I'm not dropping in on any of these USS because I can't be bothered. I'm gonna have to do that type of stuff when I've got limpets and whatnot. Yeah, we were thinking about it. We want to wait to see how much it costs, exactly what you're gonna get. How the squadron ship's going to work, things like that. So once that information comes out and everybody knows exactly how it's going to work, then I'll consider it. Because, well, doing stuff as a group is very interesting. I'm kind of interested in factions, but I just don't know if factions really works. It does for an ongoing storyline if you have a truly committed group, but my stream is generally it's not only Elite, I do other stuff, and it's all general gaming. I'm not how can I put it, I'm not autistic about it. I don't know the ins and outs of everything. I do a lot of stuff just off my own back, trying to find things, and when I play games, I generally play really casually. So sometimes we'll all wing up and just go on a casual mining session in a pristine ring, of course, so we make decent money. And it would just be nice to have that squadron ship and take the group out to somewhere, I don't know, somewhere deep in the galaxy, and maybe do some discovery races or things like this. I know that's the sad part, Stuart. I mean, on our Discord we do have two PS4 players, and I do actively try and get people to kind of push together. You don't have to be doing anything necessarily like crazy. you know, it's all about just having fun, isn't it? Right, we've got I haven't looked in the PS4 section for a while. So welcome into the server, by the way, Asymmetric, just saw that. So yeah, if you want to check out the ship build section, you can check out the useful website section, which I need to update because there's a ton of stuff to put in there. Yeah, definitely, Stuart, definitely. And not just the grind of it, like it's good having a bit of a chat while you're doing X, Y, or Z. Even helping people out, like the fact that I've got a huge Type 9 that holds nearly 700 tons. So if somebody comes in who's new to the game and they're in a Sidewinder and they want some money to get a half decent ship, I can actually help them in a stream. And I can help them make like 12 million in maybe 5 minutes. Well, not 5 minutes, but you know, 20 minutes. Much faster than you're going to be making in the Sidewinder normally and stuff like that. So there's kind of always that one. When you want to try and help people, you know. I'm not sure why cross-platform play is not able. I'm guessing it's a server thing. It's hard getting lined up with that one. Right, so let's go in.
Authorization cleared. Please land on pad 04.
Scan detected. Landing gear deployed.
2,000 meters from touchdown.
Unsanctioned acts of aggression will not be tolerated.
Oh, I overshot it slightly.
Enjoy your stay.
Oh, is that what it is?
Touchdown sequence complete. Power down your engines. Station facilities are at.
Yeah, it's a shame when players get caught up in this business crap, isn't it? It really is. Right, contacts, material trader. Right, just give me a second. Let's see what everything is used for here. So, polonium. Now, polonium is jumponium. So, not really going to use it for injections. Okay, so probably want to keep polonium for the time being. Tellurium. Tellurium. Tellurium we're going to use in the overcharged power plant. We need that. Okay, so tellurium, we need that. Okay. Got plenty of arsenic. Selenium. RST. Selenium. Selenium we use in munitions. I never use it in that. And power distributor. We're probably going to use that. Okay, so selenium we're using. Ruthenium. Armors, generators, okay. Deep plating and oversight. Okay, so I don't use that one. So, ruthenium, I can trade it. So I need to work out roughly where I'm at my lowest, which is probably raw material category 5. Oh, it works a bit different in this one, okay. So I probably want to trade that. No, cancel that. I want that. I probably want to trade it down. Oh no, I don't. That's right. Ruthenium, we can trade this down. Whoops, that one. Oh. I don't know what I want to trade it down for, that's the problem. Actually, we could just trade it over for... No, because I don't use that much polonium. Oh yeah. You know what? I'm not actually gonna trade any of the raw materials because I'm a little bit unsure as to what to trade over. I haven't really checked out the raw materials too much, so how long's left to this? 5 hours. Okay, I can't get involved yet then. Right, people, I'm just going to take a very short break to grab some coffee. I'll be back in a moment. Now, one interesting thing I forgot to tell you, Asymmetric, about the Discord is, for example, if you're not sure what you want to do, but you know what you want to do, if you get what I mean, you can go into the ship build section, say, hey, I have 70 million, for example, I want to build a passenger ship for 70 million without engineering. Kathina, one of our resident people who kind of hangs around and comes into the streams and stuff, she'll find you something. She'll work out what you need, where you can get it, or you can use eddb.io to actually get it, but she'll be able to get you the best build for your money with the rebuy price involved and stuff like that. So it's really, really handy to have access to stuff like that as well, which is really good. Okie dokie, so we're going to head back and pick up our mining ship, because I'm going to do a little bit of mining now. They've got this amazing mining ship set up. It's ridiculously good. So I thought, I've got to nip across and do a bit of that. So the ship is in Abraham Lincoln. So I'm gonna go get it.
Have you checked your bay number? Check again. Unauthorized landing may trigger a lethal response.
Detach confirmed. You may leave when ready.
So you got to see this mining ship, people. It's amazing. It's got like 7 lasers on it. No, 6 or 7 lasers on it. Depletes an asteroid in seconds. Hey Joe, how's it going? How you doing, Joe? It's a bit early for you, isn't it? It's definitely early for me.
All clear. Have a safe trip, Commander.
Fuel scooping complete.
Oh, by the way, I wouldn't even bother correcting your spelling. I don't see spelling mistakes anymore. Honestly, I just don't see them anymore. Not bad, Joe. I've just literally finished doing that. I'm going to do a little bit of mining with that kick-ass Type 9 of mine, because I've been doing mats for about a day and a half. Well, a day and a bit. And then I just went and kind of traded some of them down and stuff. So I'm not going to go crazy with it, because I don't want to. I think the last time I went mats collecting and whatnot, it was driving me completely insane. So at the moment, what I've decided is I've given engineering kind of a miss for the time being, and just using what I've got, because I've got enough to get by. And then as I go, every now and again, I'll just do mats collecting, whether it be, you know, USS or weight scanning or whatever, and then I'll just trade it all in and down so that I can make it interesting. Need to actually work out where I'm going to get this stuff. Are you playing in game, Joe, or are you just watching for the time being?
Lakon, Bravo, Echo, Lima. This port operates under federal jurisdiction. You must submit a request before landing. Okay, Commander. Please land on pad 3-1.
Oh, it's ridiculous, Joe. Even when you haven't, you just, you know, I went to get something yesterday and it's like, you don't have enough stuff. And I'm like, come on. How long was I grinding for before? Do I really need to keep doing this? But anyway. I still think you should be able to buy mats. Maybe not, maybe don't make them cheap. I still think you should be able to buy them.
Touchdown sequence complete. Power down your engines. You're all checked in, Commander. Enjoy your visit.
Oh, you've not tried it? Well, I'll show you my ship, Stuart, but it is a bit of a crazy ship. So don't just think you can go out and get this, but I'll kind of give you the basics. The thing about mining is it doesn't pay too well unless you can really collect stuff. So you've really got to want to collect stuff. So I took a Type 9. The reason I took a Type 9 is because the internals got a boost quite recently, and so now the internals have two 8 slots. So what I do is I fill the 8 slots up with cargo racks, and then everything else is just collector limpets. I've got the highest refinery I can. I think a 4A is the highest you can get. I'm pretty sure it is. Otherwise I wouldn't have it. I've got 1 prospector limpet because that's all I need. Basic discovery scanner because you can actually swap that out for collector limpets if you've already been to the system. Otherwise you're going to have to drop in a nav beacon, which isn't always good if you've got loads of stuff on board, as I once found out. So basically what I've got is I've got 512 tons of space. I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've got 12 limpets and 1 prospecting limpet. If you drop in the Discord, Stuart, you can request a ship build, but I actually think Athena's actually put one for the Python. I think she's done a mining Python. Right, and we are going to go to LHS 2661, which isn't that far away. I'm going to go to planet 6, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so it's this one. Oh, what did he do? I was reading that earlier, Joe. Can you tell me why it doesn't work? They've all got to stop making these videos there. They really have. If I'd have known, I'd have come and done some wing trade with you. You know what you're better off doing, Joe, is my passenger run, if you want to make some money. I can always send you the details in Discord. Hey Roland, how's it going? The only thing I haven't tried on this yet is my new targeting system. We'll see how it goes. It might be alright. God, this thing turns so slow. When you go from a diamond back into this, it's ridiculous. Cripes on a stick. That's a shame. Yeah, I mean, even if you did my passenger spot, you'd have to rep up, but you can do that with data missions, I think. Alright, have you got some inside information of what's coming? I would love a research ship and to just fly off into the back, collecting data. If it paid, it has to pay. Has to pay. Right, children, here we are. We have arrived. And we are heading to LHS 2661 6. And this is a gas giant, and we're going to drop in on a pristine ring. Yes, it does work as intended. Nice one. This is what I wanted. So just scan the system. I don't need to, but I'm just going to scan it anyway. You. Oh, Joe, I've made that mistake. I've made that mistake. Luckily, I didn't do the whole dropping and everything. Sorry, people. Give us a second. I didn't put any limpets on board, so I'm just going to quickly find where I get them now. Sells limpets. Where is it? I don't want the economy. Hang on, all ships sell limpets, don't they? What am I on about? So I want to go here. Where is it? We're just going to pop here a moment. Bloody hell, Roland, you seem to know much more than I do. What do you mean access points? Is that kind of where they've been dropping in? Do you reckon we can make friends with them, Roland? Like as in you would a faction? To Shapirov? I think I have to head towards Shapirov station or something here. Yes, Shapirov hub. So I'll just be one moment while I grab these bloody things. It doesn't drop for about another 4 hours, Stuart. No, the thing is, they don't bother me, Roland. I think as long as you haven't been attacking them, they seem to leave you alone. That's why I'm wondering if it's possible to rep up. I know people who, when they drop in on Thagos, they have a pretty hard time. And there was somewhere I dropped in where they were attacking me off the bat as soon as I dropped in, but whenever they hyperdict me, they never bother me. Trust me to choose somewhere with a big drop in. as well. Something just tells me that the Thargoid friendly decals that you can get for your ship, which I actually have on some of my ships, it means that at some point we are going to be able to make friends with them. I think we might find out that some group has nefarious ideas. That's interesting, Roland. I might do a stream about that myself sometime. It could be cool. I've been to the bases. I haven't been to the bases in a long time, but I've been to the Thargoid bases, which are amazing. But I've never really started collecting samples and stuff in space. You need the special racks for that, don't you? Yeah, they just drop in and read my decals, Joe. They're like, oh, he's alright, him. We know him. Knew him from back when. Right, we're gonna drop into Sharipov Hub because Daddy forgot to bring his bloody limpets as usual. It's everybody does this, but at least I've got everything else, and at least I spotted it before I actually dropped in. I've been to the Guardians as well. I've pretty much been to anywhere you can visit in this game. I've kind of run out of places to visit now. I would definitely. Have you done the inner backstory, Roland? Or have you been to the Formidine Rift? I think for me the INRA backstory was really interesting, and then the Formidine Rift kind of, I don't know whether it's connected or it's separate. I think it's connected.
Permission authorized. Proceed to landing pad 1-7. Clear for automated approach vectoring.
Right, now I do an automated approach in this Type 9 because I'm sick of scraping my roof off, to be honest.
Scan detected.
Yeah, me too. Elite in trade and elite in explorer. Definitely done my exploration in my time. A couple of times to Sagittarius, been to Colonia. I would like to do Beagle Point, maybe sometime in the summer. I might do some crazy ass stream going to Beagle Point. Okay, so we don't need to go into the starport. So we're just grabbing stuff. So, advanced maintenance. Fix the integrity. And then you can use the mouse here. I don't know why I'm doing that. Okay, limpets. Okay, stocked up on limpets. Refuel. Pull out my cars. Back to wherever the bloody hell I was. I haven't finished yet, Joe. Zoomski's doing the same, and Zoomski's a little bit of, well, he's probably a lot ahead of me now. So, to be honest with you, Zoomski's got a different idea of why he's doing it, and it's quite an interesting idea. So he believes that the whole Raxler thing and everything like that is all about having permits and rank. Whoa! That wasn't me, that was him. Idiot. Alright, sorry, I'm gonna have to land again now. It was my reckless flying, I must admit. By far and away my reckless flying, but I'm gonna have to fix that. So sorry about this, ladies and gents. It's my stupidity.
Scan detected.
Yes, Roland, they definitely need to work on graphics and stuff. Well, I think the graphics are all right. I think they need to they need to really work on content. Content really has to be fleshed out because oh, do you know, I could have synthesized this, couldn't I? I've never done it, but I'm sure you can. Oh no, you can't repair, okay. Look, I even scraped myself with auto dog. That's class. Even quadruple elite. I don't know about quadruple elite because CQC is kind of a separate game, so I don't think that's going to be necessary necessarily. I don't know whether it's going to pay off in that way. I think it's all going to work out another way. But the thing is that at least he has it all. You can say you've got it, you know. But I think, well, he says nobody else is triple elite, but I'm sure there must be other people who are triple elite. There must be. And maybe they're triple elite, but they don't have all the permits. But I've said that I think a lot of the permit lock systems are there simply because of the game hasn't opened up yet. So it hasn't been unlocked, not by us, but by the wonderful FDev. There was something yesterday about there being a possibility that we might be able to become friendly with the Thargoids. And I think I've often thought that that's a possibility. There was something somewhere, I don't know if it was something I read by FDev. I don't know if it was something I saw in the Galaxy map or in my menu screens. I don't know what it was, but maybe a month or so ago, I read something or saw something. I thought, you know, I think one day you'll be able to be friendly with the Thargoids and actually be on their side. Now, it might not be the bad Thargoids, it might be the good Thargoids, because of course there's two factions, so but obviously that hasn't been opened yet. It'll only open up when it's ready, and I think that when people are thinking about Raxler and everything like that, I think it'll open up when it's ready. And then we'll have to then we'll have to grind it. Yeah? Get what I mean? I mean, the game does evolve. It is organic. You know, it's an organic universe. It's day by day, year by year. And I think that the whole Raxler thing, if it exists, will come towards the end of the life of the game. I think if you found Raxler tomorrow, you wouldn't be able to do anything. I think literally when they plan like Elite Dangerous 2, maybe a month before, Raxler will open and it'll say on this day you can jump to this other place or whatever. I don't know exactly, but I don't think it's in the game as it stands. I don't think it's accessible as it stands. What I am interested in is if you can become friendly with Thargoids to open up all that area around Barnard's Loop, which is currently completely locked off. That could be really interesting. I don't know if I did play Homeworld, Roland. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's right under our noses. Yeah, but they didn't say it wasn't open. You know, there's the moon in Seoul, I've forgotten its name, which is completely locked. Which doesn't really make sense. Hey Psychotic Ewok, how's it going? I think I might have played Homeworld at some point. In fact, I'm sure I did. Okay, so we're not dropping in on a Hazres site or a site or anything. We're literally just going to drop in on a ring. And when we drop in, somebody's going to be sat there because the RNG automatically loads somebody into the game. So I'm going to drop in on the light side, but you know what? It always gets dark, so it really doesn't matter where you drop in. That whole part of it. Am I going to do an emergency stop? I am. Ah well. It's only 2%. Right, so here we go. Oh, sorry, I'll wait for the other ship to drop in, because it's going to drop in at some point. Yeah, that's what I kind of thought. Somebody said there's like 13 different locked off areas, so if these other races come along at some point, could be interesting. The funny thing is, Joe, they haven't spawned in. Oh yes, they have. There's a federal gunship, but that's alright. It's a federal gunship, so he's actually going to protect me more than anything.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Ooh, osmium and gold. Nice one. And he is getting in close enough for this bloody mining laser to work. There we go. Okay. Right, children, let's get to work. Oh no, there is somebody scanning me, so I'm going to wait a second. Oh, nice. You'll be able to run like in-run EDDB off your second screen, and you don't, Stuart. You always need, so in your modules you always need collector limpets. They collect your stuff, okay? They pretty much explain themselves. Then you need a prospector limpet, okay? So that's separate from the collector limpets. They all use limpets, but you need a prospector and then you need collector limpets. Kind of as many as you can kind of fit or get in. You need some cargo racks for the stuff that you get. And most importantly, which is what everybody always forgets, is you need a refinery. You don't need a refinery, but you're not doing yourself any good without one. Because it refines the materials and you're getting more money for it. So let's get to work. So the programming limpets, it's like firing a laser. I need to put some fire over into the weapons, actually, to be honest. I'm just going to make sure they're not crashing. Okay, so they're not crashing. This is good. Yeah, they were talking about that in Quarter 4 actually, which would be interesting. Okay, so we've depleted this one. Just while they're collecting it up, I want to have a look, see if there's anything close by. We could try this one, it's spinning a bit, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. Switch over to our prospector.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Don't actually know where that prospector one went. Okay, there we go. Okay, we got osmium, gallite, indite. So I'm gonna try to get it where it's not gonna fire anything off into. Correct. Can't quite get the hang of it here. Okay, that's probably a little bit better. Ah, I knew this was going to happen. Ugh, bollocks. Oops. Yep. Don't really want to... Yes, they do, Stuart. They go after whatever's kind of hanging around. You have to look for rocks that aren't too small. Aren't too big. Ones that aren't spinning too much. If they're spinning too much, you're probably going to end up breaking all your collectors, like I have. Okay, so. Okay, so this one's spinning a little bit, but it's not going crazy, so actually that one, this one doesn't look like it's spinning at all. Actually, this is spinning pretty slowly. Is it? Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna try this one. Oops. I'll try and shave off the bottom if I can. Could do with a little bit of that palladium actually, if it wants to spit it out. See what's in the bins at the moment. Oh, we've got some palladium. Got some platinum. Platinum's actually not bad. You can actually actively ignore things as well if you don't want to collect specific things. You can set it to ignore them so that you're not messing yourself around. That's quite a slow one, actually. The way it's... I've got this small one here as well, so this one's not Oh, it's not bad fun. It's alright. As long as you go to pristine metal rings, you'll be alright. Oh, you'll be going after the pain in the arseum as well. I've just realised. So you're probably going to be at least mining for a short while.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Right, what's this one got? Presidium, platinum, osmium. It's not got a huge amount of stuff in it, but yeah, I might do actually. I might. I think people definitely need to know like what you need to come out with, otherwise you do get a bit stuck. I remember when I first did. Okay, so we've got a still rock over here. It's a small one, but we've got a few still rocks here actually. So let's see what we've got at the moment. What we've got in the refinery. So we're still looking for a bit of gold and whatnot. Well, Prisonium or whatever it is doesn't seem very trying to work out which one to target. I think I'll target this one.
Prospector limpet engaged.
There was something I wanted to knock off. Yeah, it's that one. I'm just gonna put that one in, and I'm going to get rid of it from the refinery because it's not really the most cost-effective thing. Yeah, definitely. I think unfortunately a lot of people don't explain. They kind of assume that people know kind of what they're doing, which isn't always great, especially in this game. Might not want to crash into that. Oh well. So I've got 4 more crashes before I have to get. I thought it was further away than it seemed. Okay, so where's the prospector? We got indite, serenium, osmium. Okay, that'll do me. Well, that's why I was saying, if anybody needs any help, they can always ask Athena to do them a ship build, because she seems to know, like, if you've got a Python or whatever and you need to do a trading build, then she'll build it for you, which is really nice, because people don't always know what they're doing. I hope these are just expiring and not crashing. I don't know asymmetric one actually. There's certain situations as to why you can buy data and when you can't, and I couldn't honestly tell you what it would be. So it's not well, it's getting dark now. I'm gonna have to put the lights on. Let's have a look. Looking for none. It's harder to see the spinning ones in the dark. I'll just give it a second.
Collector limpet expired.
Okay, that one's not spinning wildly. The one to the right there is definitely not spinning, so we'll send out a prospector for this one.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Some silver, some indite. Silver actually any good? Don't know if silver's any good. I'm not too sure. Yeah, the thing is about knowing where to go to find your information. That's the important part. Right, definitely these get rich quick schemes that seem to be going along everywhere at the moment. They're not always worth following. Some of them are, but they're generally get rich quick schemes for people who are already rich. They're not for anybody. They don't really work for anybody else. Bit like playing the stock market, really. Okay, so don't know where that rock is that wasn't spinning now. Ah, it's that one, okay.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Okay, Joe, catch you later. That's pretty cool. Paladin. Some more palladium, which is always good. Right, okay. It's taking a little bit longer to get to this one, but that's alright. I'll send out the prospector.
Prospector limpet engaged. Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone. Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone.
Right, no problem, Stuart. See you later. Have a good afternoon.
Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone. Asteroid depleted.
Well, that was fast. Still a few bits out there. Right, I think that's all the bits now, actually.
Prospector limit engaged. Collector limit expired. Programming limit drone. Programming limit drone.
I hope this asteroid not going to hit me on the head here. There's some weird sparks off it. I should have blocked some iron, actually. I should have blocked silver, to be honest. I don't know if there's any silver coming back here. If there isn't. You can block iron for sure. For sure. I'm going to add silver to the ignore list for now. Ah, they were out of juice.
Just 1 second. Depleted. Can't remember if it was depleted though. Was it depleted?
Try and drop it where the plant is. Oh well.
Oh, just let me grab some. No, I've got some coffee. I've got enough to keep it going. Right.
Sorry about that. Did I totally prospect that one? I think I did. In fact, I'm pretty damn sure I did. Yeah, it's depleted, okay. Right, this one's here. Might as well target that one too. So it looks pretty static. And we have silver play, okay. Not the best, but we're gonna have stuff go to work. Oops, wrong one. Right, yo. So I think that's okay. I think I'm gonna stop the mining part there and go sell it off and just see roughly how much I get for it. It's probably not gonna be like probably not gonna be a ton of money. Refinery, what we got now? Would like to maybe get one more gold if I could have, but it's not to be. It's not to be. So we'll boost away from the site. And we shall set a course for home. And salt.
Shift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
A hermit? No. No, I just thought I'd give it a bit of a whack. I haven't used this ship for a while. We'll talk about maybe doing a stream about it next week. So I just wanted to make sure I had it set up so that it was working, because I'd kind of pulled it apart. I'm wanting to take part in the CG. And I think either I'm going to have to invest in a new Type 9, because I don't like using the same things for the same thing. I don't know. I'll have to see how I feel about that. I've spent a lot of money the last few days. A couple of days ago, I had 750 million. I now have 381. That's not good. That's not good at all. Some weird noise coming out of my ship here. That could have been that, I don't know.
Frameshift drive charging.
No, I've been kind of doing a bit of everything, Dave. Bit of mats collecting, bit of mats trading, bit of mining now, and now I'm going to do a bit of selling.
Frameshift drive charging.
There isn't one for about another 4 hours, Dave. Well, there is one, but it's almost finished, so the next one will kick off in about 4 hours. So it will be delivery of something and protection of something. That seems to be the big thing at the moment. Will it be 4 hours or 2 hours now? I'll check when I'm on the board. I'll go straight on the board when I get into my station. Oh, it's not silly. I didn't know. I thought it updated in the morning for some reason. Oh, I can actually drop in on that. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, you bastard. There was a USS. Where did it go? I can actually drop in on them because it's behind me. I can't bloody turn around in a Type 9. Only takes 67 light years. I bet it's a convoy dispersal pattern. I bet you 100%. I'd like combat aftermath or high grade emissions. I'll take either of them. Watch. Convoy dispersal pattern. Oh no, degraded him. Well, I'll take it. I'll grab whatever's there. And I'm guessing that was the ship that did the damage escaping, actually. Oh, and check that one. High grade emissions. Okay, we'll drop into this one instead. This is a better option by far.
Cargo scope deployed. Programming lifted drone. Programming lifted drone. Programming lifted drone.
That's quite cool how you can just send your minions off like that.
Collector limpet
Oh,
expired.
bugger. I should have got closer. My own fault. Yeah, this is some close encounters looking stuff.
Cannot comply.
Why? Oh yeah.
Cargo scope retracted. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Okay, so we're arriving back at Galileo. Finally, wherever the hell it's gone. Finally. Oh, there it is. And in we pop. And up. So I'll check it when I drop in, Dave. I don't think it's going to change yet.
Federal Flight Control, subject to random security scan on your approach. Access granted. Make your way to landing pad 3. Assisted docking initiated.
Ba-da-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum.
2,000 meters from touchdown.
Landing gear deployed.
Okay, nice one. Starport services. So first thing we're going to do is going to get this ship brought across, because we don't want it over there. Confirm that. Now I've confirmed that. We can exit. Make sure we refuel and repair. Okay, mission board. So let's see if it's dropped in, Dave. I don't think it has. I don't think it will have anyway. Can't remember when I started streaming and how long was left, but it'll say no. So it hasn't dropped in. It's 3 hours away. No, 4 hours away. Yeah. So I'm gonna do it this week. So I don't know exactly. I'll do a couple of streams, I think, of it. I'd like to see that. So I need to maybe kit something out for delivery. We'll see. Okie doke. So let's go to the commodities market. Let's get rid of these things. So osmium. We have 155,000. Platinum. 183,000. Palladium. 141,000. Samarium. 111. Presonium, or whatever it's called, with 40 grand? 37, sorry. And silver before 8, it's about 16 to 20. Don't know, 25? Yes. Okay, so we made about under $1 million for what, all that hour? So it doesn't pay, but it's fun. It's fun in itself. Turn the lights off. Don't let the lights off inside the house. Sorry, the lights on inside the house. Right, children, I'm going to call it time on the stream for the time being. I'll be back a little bit later. I'll do some streaming later on. Until then, 9/7.